Welcome to baetta.bangladesh channel. In this channel, you will get the latest videos on ELT, TESOL, English literature, linguistics, and IELTS, delivered by renowned university professors of ELT and linguistics, as well as experienced IELTS trainers. This is Lord, Head of Linguistics, Baetta Bangladesh, with my ELT series lecture video 3. In my ELT series lecture video 2, I have discussed the behaviorist theory of learning. As a part of MA in ELT program, I will deliver this lecture on the course of Theories of Second Language Learning and Acquisition. And in this module, I am going to talk about cognitive theory of learning and acquisition of a second language. Introduction. Cognitivism is a learning theory that focuses on the process involved in learning rather than on the observed behavior. As opposed to behaviorists, cognitivists don't require an outward exhibition of learning, but they focus more the internal processes and connections that take place during learning. A cognitive theory of learning sees second language acquisition as a conscious and reasoned thinking process. It is involving the deliberate use of learning strategies. Learning strategies are special ways of processing information that enhance comprehension learning or retain of information. Historical background. In psychology, cognitivism is a theoretical framework of understanding the mind that gained credence in 1950s. The movement was a response to behaviorism. Cognitive psychology derived its name from the Latin word cognoscere, referring to knowing the information, and thus cognitive psychology is an informative processing psychology derived in part from the earlier traditions of the cognition of thought and problem solving. Cognitivism became the dominant force in psychology in the late 20th century, replacing behaviorism as the most popular paradigm for understanding mental function. The main cognitive theories. The main cognitive theories are Jean Piaget's cognitive development theory, L.S. Vygotsky's sociocultural theory, George Armitage Miller's information processing theory, and Jerome S. Bruner's three stages intellectual development theory. Use of cognitive skills. Cognitive skills are the essential qualities our brain utilizes to think, listen, learn, understand, justify, question, and pay close attention. Cognitivism is prevalent in our classroom today. Using cues, questions, and advanced organizers, as well as summarizing, note-taking, concept mapping, and virtual field trips are always that characters utilize the cognitive learning theory in their classrooms. They bridges learning theory, instructions, and technology together. Cognitive development. The process of assimilating and expanding our intellectual horizon is termed as cognitive development. We have a complex psychological structure that absorbs a variety of stimuli from complex psychological structure, the environment stimuli being the interactions which are able to produce knowledge and skills. Parents process knowledge informally in the home while teachers process knowledge formally in school. Knowledge should be pursued with zest and zeal. If not, then learning becomes a burden and actually learning doesn't happen. Function of attention in cognitive learning. Attention is the first part of cognitive development. It pertains to a person's ability to focus and sustain concentration. Attention can also be how focus-minded an individual is and having their full concentration on one thing. It is differentiated from other temporal characteristics like persistence and distractibility in the sense that the latter moderates an individual's daily interactions with the environment. Attention, on the other hand, involves this behavior when performing specific tasks. Learning, for instance, takes place when the student gives attention towards the teachers. How does learning occur? According to cognitive theory, learning is not about the mechanism of what a learner does, but rather a process depending on what the learner already knows and their method of acquiring new knowledge. It involves how they integrate new information and into their existing schemas. Knowledge acquisition is an activity consisting of learners' conditions of mental structure with the student's mind. The role of memory. Memory plays a vital role in the learning process. Information is stored within memory in an organized and meaningful manner. Here, teachers and designers play different roles in the learning process. Teachers supposedly facilitate learning and the organizations of information in an optimal way. Forgetting is described as an inability to retrieve information from memory. Memory loss may be a mechanism used to discard situationally interrelevant information by assessing the relevance of newly acquired information. The basic principles of cognitive theory. There are some specified assumptions or principles that direct the instructional design, active involvement of the learner in the learning process, learner control, mental cognitivity, training, that is exemplary criteria, self-planning, monitoring, and revising techniques. The use of hierarchical analysis to identify and illustrate prerequisite relationship, cognitive task analysis procedure, facilitating optimal processing of structure, organizing and sequencing information, use of cognitive strategies such as outlining, summarizing, synthesizing, and advanced organizing, etc. They encouraging the students to make connections with previously learned material and creating learning environments, recall of prerequisite skills, use of relevant examples, analogies, etc. Criticism of cognitivism. Various new theories have challenged cognitivism and the idea that thought was best described as computation. The idea that mental function can be described as information processing models has been criticized by philosopher John Searle and mathematician Roger Penrose, who both argue that computation has some inherent shortcomings which cannot capture the fundamentals of mental process. Conclusion. Cognitive approaches to second language acquisition are mainly concerned with the individual's mind as a process of information rather than with the specified to the linguistic information it contains. The cognitive approach to second language learning and acquisition is a relatively new and innovative field of study. Gradually, it is becoming the mainstream domain of second language acquisition investigation. In this regard, Rod Ellis 2003 asserts that second language acquisition is governed by two general laws, that is, associative learning and cognitive learning. Associative learning is influenced by the doctrine that learning happens when connections are made between ideas. It contrasts cognitive learning occurs because human beings are born with innate knowledge. Guys, that is the end of my ELT series lecture video 3. In my ELT series lecture video 4, I will talk about CLT in ELT. Friends, don't hesitate to contact me if you have any query on ELT. If you enjoyed this video, you can like, comment and share. To get ELT, TESOL, English literature, linguistics and IELTS update videos, please subscribe baetta.bangladesh channel and press the bell icon. Thank you and love you all for watching this video.